Hey guys, Corky here, so I'm finally back from the kitchen and I'm happy to present you folks with this Lingyang encore team, which has definitely shocked me by how well it does, especially with my tower and level. In fact, I finally managed to start the right side parent, which had me struggling for hours using the typical hyper-carry without ever. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you the 10 out of 10 how you can also make it work for now. Now before I go any further, I will be how to not just qualify is one of those factors with very high multipliers, but possesses very long animations for both her skills and her rotation. But all of this is simply the swap cancel set. Basically, this means swapping on our one's technique, which makes the DPS super high and equipped very well. Notably, another thing you can swap cancel is her main angle on the right, trying to push for that one extra star like I am. Now of course, the tower isn't the only place you can use this team. In fact, since the team is now revolving not just around Lingyang, the overall team effectiveness is greatly increased as the warm-up phase is stronger now with Encore doing a lot of the heavy lifting and Lingyang contributing a skill and an echo during this phase for the most part. This also means the team overall is better for general overall content and other game modes like the hologram where you do not start with max resonance energy. You can also see how I managed to use this team to relative ease to clear the level 80 monkey even with major skill issues, as it did sped up the run a lot, resulting in less room for error. Now understandably, since this is a quick swap team, I think knowing when to swap cancel is extremely important, so I want to also dive into the specifics and touch on everything you need to know. Firstly, for Encore, everything she does can be swap cancelled as mentioned. Her skill should be used whenever it's off cooldown and swap cancel immediately while she continues to fire away. Note here you can actually swap back in time to execute her second part of the skill if you want to further min-max this. As for her Echo Inferno Rider, you can swap cancel shortly after the second hit, so you don't have to stay in waiting for the third hit to land, saving you some valuable frames. For her ultimate, I always cast it every time it's ready, and in that form, you want to do the following rotations as shown on the screen. You want to skill into 4 basic attacks into another skill, and they should max out your forte gauge, and you can then do the charge heavy attack and swap her out once the animation appears. As much as possible though, I will only use her charge heavy attack during her ultimate form for max damage, but if her forte gauge is full way before her ultimate, just do the charge heavy attack and swap cancel with no problems at all. As for Ling Yang, if you are swapping into him with the intro skill, check if you have the ultimate up. If so, just cast the ultimate and then you will have 100 Lion Spirit, which is a full forte gauge. Then you want to use the Echo before entering Lion Striding mode with a heavy attack, then execute the following rotation as you can see on the screen, which is just basic attack into skill, repeat for 4 times, and then basic attack into basic attack, which is your Stormy Strikes, and then outro. Also, there is a separate rotation whereby you just basic attack all the way if you do not have the inherent skill Diligent Practice. Note, I will only enter the Lion Striding mode if I have the ultimate ready, otherwise just cast the skill Echo if it's off cooldown and then just swap out. Now, choosing who to swap into is also a very important thing, especially when your Concerto energy is full. Basically, you are determining who to use the intro and outro skills respectively, and as much as possible, I will always swap into Ling Yang whenever Verena or Encore's Concerto energy is full, and go into Encore when Ling Yang's Concerto energy is full. This is because we want Ling Yang to be ready to burst as much as possible, so that 40 Lion Spirit that he gains from the intro skill is very valuable and will help a lot to enable this burst window happening. With the rotations and specifics of the swap cancels out of the way, I'll briefly touch on my build so that you guys can reference against your own builds and your stats to see how it compares to gauge the effectiveness of this team. For my Ling Yang, I have his upgrades max as you can see, but I'm only using a 4-star Holo Mirage and a very cooked Glacial 43311 set with Peace Pool Echo Luck because I think the game just doesn't like me using Ling Yang. As for my Encore, she's having a bit better luck. She's using the String Master, which is crazy good with that Unreal crit rate, and her skills are not yet maxed out, but her 43311 Molten Reef set is looking good, even though I'm currently lacking the Echo XP to make it all plus 25, so I'm sure she'll only get better from here. Verena is pretty much just untouched, and you can see for yourself I've never added anything except for the metering skill for the attack buff. For the energy requirements, there are pretty much none as this is a quick swap team, so this is one added benefit for running this over a typical Ling Yang carry team whereby you do need certain levels of energy regeneration to ensure that your ultimate is always up. Overall, this team is really fun and definitely much stronger than your typical Ling Yang team, but for the Ling Yang lovers that are not into all of this quick swap madness, be sure to check out this video over here where I touch on how to build a Ling Yang the hyper carry way. I'll see you guys over there. This is Corky Gachas, signing off.